everybody, it's Mark, the family woodworker. And this week we take a break from the woodshop and head to South Dakota and some spectacular destinations. We even get up close and personal with some prairie wildlife and capture some great video too. Stick around. Our home base was Rapid City, right smack in the middle of a ton of must-see national parks and monuments. Of course we visited Mount Rushmore, but we had better adventures exploring the hills, prairies, and back trails of the national and state parks in South Dakota and Wyoming. On day one, we headed up into the Black Hills along Scenic Byway 16A. There were a number of great turnouts and small roads you could take to hike the trails and climb the rock formations. Much like Mount Rushmore, the hills are covered in granite, and an occasional surprise like this pine finding a way to take root in the middle of this boulder. On another hiking path, I accidentally found a view towards Mount Rushmore, though it was too far away and in bad light to be able to make out any detail. Here's a slightly closer view. There were a number of cool sights to take in, like this carved out tunnel where you could easily see the drill marks on the sides, and these boulder outcroppings found all around the Black Hills. On day two, we headed east towards Wall, South Dakota, and the north entrance to the Badlands National Park. The rock formations and colors were pretty spectacular, all around the scenic drive. And in the distance, what initially looks like big brown dogs on the prairie turns out to be mature bison, weighing only slightly less than our rental car. The bison were found all around the park, anywhere there was fresh green grass to graze on, and they help punctuate the natural beauty of this landscape. These are big and dangerous animals, so it's best to stay on roads and in your car with a long camera lens. I also got lucky catching this turkey vulture in flight. The biggest surprise of the day was seeing these bighorn sheep grazing on roadside grass, not bothered at all by the cars driving by. This was a big deal for us, never having seen them in the wild before. One of my personal goals was to see Devil's Tower at sunrise, in the morning light. We headed west from Rapid City into Wyoming and caught the sunny side of the tower first. The pictures I had seen of this monument always showed it as a symmetrical round formation. But from different angles, it kind of looks like a big canine tooth. It's really spectacular in the morning light. This is the eastern view everybody remembers from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It looks like it was purposefully carved by hand, even showing what looked like a face on one side. In the end, my favorite shot was in the shadow of the sunrise when it looked like it had a glow all around it. There are some trails around the monument too, and great views from every angle. Day 4 was literally jam-packed, and though we didn't know it at the outset, the best destination was the last one on our list. Like all patriotic Americans, you feel the urge to visit Mount Rushmore, but keep in mind this is a monument and not a park. You're not going to spend the whole day there. There are some trails to the left and right of the presentation stage, and you'll find some hidden photography spots for cool views into different perspectives of the sculpture. Like in this case, looking up George Washington's nose. And then looking up everybody else's nose. I think Teddy Roosevelt had a hanging loogie, or maybe it was just a pine tree. Close by is the ongoing work to create the Crazy Horse Monument. It's a private enterprise with a separate entry fee, and there is a Native American artifact museum on site as well. But no open hiking paths are available. You could pay for a bus ride, but otherwise your camera angles were limited to the viewing deck. It's a short visit, but a cool visit. The cherry on top of our Day 4 cake was the Custer State Park in Wyoming. We didn't really know too much about this park, but it holds a number of hidden gems you need to see. There are prairie dogs all around this park, and we spent about a half an hour just parked and watching these cute little guys run around and forage for roots. And if you want to see more bison, they are everywhere in this park. On the roadside and in large herds on the open prairie. It was great to see them just about everywhere around this park. It's also clear that it's their park. When one of them decides to cross the road or stand in the middle of the road, you just wait. Finally, on the way to the Needles rock formations, you'll find more fantastic granite bedrock, including more one-lane tunnels through it. And then the pointy spires of rock start to spring into view. There are a number of places to pull your vehicle over, so you can do some hiking and exploring, but be careful, a slip and fall here can be deadly off these rocks. The last tunnel to the top of the park is the Needle's Eye. It's an extremely narrow path. Somehow I see large pickup trucks getting frequently wrecked in this tunnel. And finally, at the top of the state park is Sylvan Lake. This is a truly pretty mountain lake, buffeted by granite all around its shoreline. Four days wasn't enough for us to see everything, but it was all we had. We also stopped into a few small towns like Spearfish and Deadwood, but it was still off-season there and not too much going on. We'll definitely have to come back for the parks and attractions we missed, but this is definitely a return destination for us. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. We hope you come back for some more specialty woodworking videos, and we hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Take care.